time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Tragic failings. Hey, Epsilon! That roster, that selection of heroes you got, that seems a little different from last time, doesn't it? Yeah, take a look at in the upper left-hand corner. Does that say Butt Swellington? Does that say Arsaned? No, that says Bumkuddle. Why? Because this is the third time. Oh, God. So, here's what happened. I just got home from work, tried to play it, got about 10 minutes into a dungeon, power surge, computer kicked off, went and turned it back on, tried to reload the save, because Darkest Dungeon, that saves often. It will save right in the middle of an attack, basically. But I found I got into the Arsaned campaign. Well, I found the Arsaned campaign. It was right there, right where it should have been. Clicked on it to load. Loaded for 5 minutes. Loaded for 10 minutes. I went and did something else. Came back, still loading. Well, crap. The save file's corrupted. Can't do anything about that. Except delete it and start up again. That's why you're not seeing the tutorial right now, because you've already seen it twice, and we're trying to get this going, trying to get this moving along here. So, I'm going by two philosophies, two triad philosophies. One, third time's the charm, here's hoping. Two, 3 strikes and you're out. If anything happens which would cause me to restart this, I'm not restarting it, and even if I am, I'm going to be restarting it on my own time. That's the end of this playthrough. Because it is ridiculous to have to go through... I'm not going to keep showing people me playing through the tutorial. And also, I'm not just going to... Like, say, for example, something happens which I have to stop playing at, like, week 70 or something like that. I'm not just going to play all the way up to week 70 on my own time and then start recording again on a totally different campaign, because you guys are going to be totally lost. Who are these heroes? Who got upgraded with what? That's not why I'm recording this in the first place. And in case you hadn't noticed, yes, I am recording this audio in post as well, because I kind of need to have my thoughts organized, and I am both tired and doped up on cold medicine. Because here's what happened is, remember I told you that the street to my work needed to be plowed? This is the day after, by the way. Episode 6 was Monday. This audio is being recorded on the following Tuesday. When they plowed that street, that street is usually is 2 wide lanes. This time it was barely 2. If you are not driving very slow and are hugging the snowbank on your side, you run a very real risk of scraping the side of the oncoming car in the other lane.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is
clear. That was one of the reasons why it typically takes me less than 2 minutes to get down the street to the intersection at the end of the street from where I work, because my job is at the very end of the street. It typically takes me less than 2 minutes. Today, took me an hour and a half to get down the street. Because when it snows in Baltimore, people forget how to goddamn drive. And I finally got down to the end of the street. It's like you had green lights where people just wouldn't go anywhere because they couldn't go. And the cross intersection going across, you had guys who, they would get the yellow light and they should slow down. They should realize a red light's coming up. No, they're just going to keep going, except the guys in front of them can't go any further, so now they're stopped right in the middle of the intersection. So now the guys coming out of my street can't go anywhere. Except you have every other guy that's coming out of my street thinks, I'm going to try and squeeze around this guy. Except they can't. So now they're stuck in the middle of the intersection. That's just going to make the already super bad situation even worse. So that's why a 2-minute drive out of the street that my job is on took an hour and a half. It normally takes me 20 minutes to get home. It took me 2 hours to get home today. And I had to swing by the store on the way home anyway. In the dark, I don't feel comfortable driving in the dark on icy roads. My car sucks. I can already feel a cold coming on. Achy muscles, sore throat, headache. Having a little trouble breathing through my nose. Because there's no heat in my car, and I spent the past 2 hours in it. And being stressed out and screaming at people in front of you not moving is only heightening the risk of getting a really bad cold. And I think I might have taken twice the recommended dosage of NyQuil. I'm not sure. Might have been 5 times the recommended dosage. I might have dumped the whole half the bottle into my drink with dinner. I probably didn't, but I might have. You don't know. I'm a little foggy on the details myself. This audio is being recorded and posted. Did I mention that? Song by the story, got myself some pizza and donuts. Does eating a lot of sugar around the time you drank a lot of NyQuil considered mixing uppers with downers? Or is that just going to be a very, very hard crash? Am I just going to fall asleep right in the middle of this recording? That'd be interesting to see. I hate that guy. Is there any place in this game where he doesn't show up? Because he shows up in the Weald. I did find out it's pronounced Weald. He shows up in the ruins and he shows up in the Weald. Does he show up everywhere else too? Because if so, that sucks. I hate that guy. Why aren't the skeletons attacking that guy? Kind of dozed off for a second there. Why is there all my guys like that stressed out? We only just started this romp through the dungeons. I also, yeah, I was trying to play this first of all to get, because I wasn't recording when I was going through. Actually, no, I was recording when I was going through the tutorial and all that stuff to make sure, in case anything exceptionally interesting happened, which clearly it didn't, or else you'd have seen it. I'd have... Oh, crap. And here's Dismas on the death's door. Does he die here? Is this the last episode? Is this the last episode of Epsilon 9 Plays Darkest Dungeon? Because guess what? If Dismas or Renault die, that's the last episode. Because I'm not restarting again. And the main reason I'm playing this is to get those jackasses to the end of the game. What the hell, what number was the episode before this? I don't even remember. I don't remember what the heck I was talking about before Dismas just went on to death's door. By the way, thank you to my Vestal. She's a champion right here, keeping my boys alive. You ever have that, those times in your party where you have that one party member who's obviously the designated healer, and she has various buffs and damage-dealing techniques that she could be doing, but instead every single one of her turns is just spent on casting a healing spell because you're getting damaged faster than your healer can heal your guys? That's the kind of situation that's going on right now.
Victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Also, like I said, I wasn't paying attention, but one of my guys was injured, and I was trying to heal them up with food, but then I accidentally fed 1 unit too many, and then I only had 3 units of food. And I was secretly hoping, oh god, I hope I find at least 1 more unit, or else the next time they have to eat, there's not going to be enough food to go around, and thus, I can't remember how that works out. I think one of them takes damage, and they all take stress damage, or something like that. But fortunately, we just found 2 more units of food, so I can afford to heal 1 person extraneously, and then I'll still have enough left over, so in case they need to eat, they can. Also, how'd them maggots get so big? Why are their heads so big? Why are their heads so big? Seriously, you think bugs this big actually would leave carcasses behind? But the bugs don't. Neither the maggots nor the big spiders leave bugs carcasses behind. They don't even leave greasy spots on the floor. Also, fuck that red orb.
So too will resistance.
Sacrifice and torch that not only summons up a very powerful Lovecraftian horror, but teleports you to a dimension in which all you guys get super stressed out each turn. And I had my vessel take a look at that statue, because idols like that, typically your religious members benefit more so from. So I was either going for my Vestal, who's Bury. She's getting renamed. Probably gonna call her Barry. God damn it, Reynald. I also want to try and get rid of that kleptomania. It's not the worst quirk that a hero can have, but it's still pretty bad. The thing that Beret got off that thing was plus 20 damage until next time she camps, which there's no camping in this dungeon. That would have been a much better bonus on Renault. Renault's gonna be the heavy damage dealer, so, but, you know, crap like that happens. Also, another thing I hate about that red orb that summons up those Lovecraftian horrors is when it shows up on the map, it looks like it's a treasure, or at the very least an item of interest. It's not. That's something you typically want to avoid unless you're... Oh god, don't... Of course he's not going to be abusive to the dog, he's just going to be abusive to the rest of the team. I know what affliction is. I know how to cure blight. We got the anti-venom right here. And Renault's feeling much better. Thank you. I still don't know how that technique's supposed to work. That zealous accusation. He just screams at a person until they take damage and die. Woo! Shovel!
Horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Also, for some reason, I usually have my Crusader or religious people check inside the urns. I'm not sure why. It just seems appropriate. And Dismissed, once again, is the most equipped to handle traps. I think the Grave Robber is the only one that surpasses the Highwayman in trap disarming. I think the Grave Robbers have a 100% chance. And there you go. My boys just ate, so now I can heal them up with a unit of food each, and pop a torch. Use up the rest of the food. Don't care. This is the last room. After we clear this out, that's mission complete. Oh boy. That bitch in the back looks like a bleeder. She shuffles up my ranks and makes my guys go crazy. She needs to die now. You know what, big fella? You look like a bleeder, too. Don't. Frick. Woo! Bury! Bury! What the heck am I gonna rename you?
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
know two different types of afflictions. The one that he just constantly spouts off stuff that gets the rest of my party stressed out, and the one where he'll constantly hurt himself. Both suck, really. Skeletons have a 200% bleed resistance. Does that mean that they're still able to bleed? Or is that the capped out maximum total immunity to a certain status ailment? Because if there's a tiny chance that a skeleton can bleed, that'd be interesting to see. Plus 20% move resist, but minus 1 speed. Continue adventuring, we're gonna pop this coffin, then we'll leave. Worth it. Now I can leave.
More bones return to rest. Devils
plus 30% bleed resist. That can go on anyone. Alright, what all you got now? Arnold's tough, that's always good. Corey's got minus 5% range damage. Okay, what does that obsessive with money mean? Also, does he have ranged attacks? Does sending his dog out count as a ranged attack? Because if that was something,
their angry faces
frick!
The manor.
Ah, Rayleigh! Oh!
Dead before they found me.
Okay, so she's gone.
Was on its way.
She's not dead. Probably. She just fucked off somewhere. Nobody knows where she is. She recovered a lot of stress, though, so that's good. Still don't know where the hell she is. Is it possible to find her in a ditch dead somewhere? Is that something that could happen in this game? I don't know. She's just gone. Also, let's upgrade the stagecoach, because
persistent.
Can't upgrade the stagecoach, need more deeds. Crap.
Make no mistake.
Yeah, I need another Vestal. I was happy that I had 2 Vestals, but now one of them's just gone. I don't know if she'll ever come back.
Blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
Also, looking forward to getting more slots in the tavern and... what was that, the church? The monastery? Whatever the hell that's called? Because you have those times where...
with coin in hand.
Like... one of the earlier playthroughs I did that obviously wasn't recorded, I'd have a guy who would only gamble in town for stress relief. Yeah, the Abbey, that's what it is. But the one week that he needs stress relief is the caretaker was at the gambling table, so couldn't stress heal him that week. Second week, caretaker was still there, couldn't heal him then either. It's like, dude, get the hell out of here. Okay, now let's see if I just put Bury. She needs it bad. This leaves me with an adequate team to assault the next place. So, he doesn't like the Weald, but he's good in the Warrens. I don't think the Warrens is unlocked yet. She's good in the Ruins. And my Birgit doesn't care, really. And she's good in the Weald. Well, into the Ruins it is, then.